When the snow finally stopped and it warmed up, they were on the road fixing the resulting potholes, which was an enormous task. In addition, with the help of Cattaraugus County, they were able to blacktop 26 unimproved streets. Many of these streets have not been touched in years. The Water Department. Over the past year, Olean's Water Distribution Department had to repair 24 water mains and thaw 43 service lines. The department lowered the water main on Prospect and did the reconstruction project on that street. In addition, the department aided the Western New York Pennsylvania Railroad in its first phase of the streetscape project on North Union Street. They also assisted other communities with frozen services and did routine maintenance on service boxes, hydrants, and valves, as well as seasonal flushing of the hydrants in the spring and the fall. There's an interesting number that was generated by the Water Department this year. Over the year, they did 1,148 underground locates. This number caught my attention because this is the number of times they were called to the scene prior to digging. Digging generally means new construction. And new construction, whether it be fences, in addition, new construction means investments in our hometown. On the administrative side, the Water Department attended to occupant changes, disconnects, connects, meter reading and billing, meter and transmitter repair. They attended to 54 frozen meters due to the weather and monitored daily leaks detections in order to notify customers in a timely manner of a possible leak. In addition, the Water Department is working with the Common Council to develop a new monthly billing which will make the water bill more manageable for many of our citizens. Filtration plant. For the first time since 2003, the Water Filtration Department has produced 1 billion gallons of water during 2014. This is largely due to water used by INDEC to generate energy. The department collected and analyzed over 500 samples for bacteria quality. They analyzed 1,000 samples for other parameters such as chlorine residue, turbidity, and fluoride, and sent out another 100 samples to outside labs for additional testing. Variable speed drives were installed on the well pump motors at the well sites. A flow meter on the effluent lines was installed at well M18. This will allow a more accurate production number. Well 38 was purged and cleaned, which will increase well yield. In addition to water plant personnel finishing the back wall of the water plant and backfilling and grading the yard. They also repaired the water system at the Olean Airport and installed a new treatment system which includes filters and UV treatment. The annual water report lists billions of gallons of water as unaccounted for, and we are in the process of accounting for that water loss. Water meters have been installed on most of the city-owned buildings, and they are tracking the water use by the city facilities. We can identify the city's use as approximately 3.5 million gallons per month. This number does not include the flushing of 819 hydrants, a process that's done twice a year, or the gallons used to fight fires, water main breaks, etc. And just for your information, we have 125 miles of water lines throughout the city. Our airport. The finishing touches are being completed on the new T-hangars at the Cattaraugus County Olean Municipal Airport. It should begin housing planes at the end of the month. It will hold 10 planes and will provide additional income for the city. The airport received a new utility tractor, which was funded by Cattaraugus County, that is being used for mowing, moving heavier aircraft, and snow removal around the building. The airport has filed applications through the CNF engineers for the following: a new plow truck to replace the current 1996 truck, an obstruction project that will remove all obstacles that may interfere with instrument landing procedures at the airport, and a perimeter fence to surround the entire airport. Wastewater treatment. Olean's wastewater treatment plant processes 368 dry tons of solids per year with an average flow of 3.5 million gallons per year. It is a huge operation. The staff maintains and operates 10 pump stations, 1 flood station. They monitor 8 participants in the industrial pre-treatment program. In addition, the department monitors and collects weather data for submittal to the National Weather Service in Buffalo, New York. During the year, personnel at the wastewater treatment plant perform necessary chemical hygiene inspections and review, as well as perform the safety meetings as required by OSHA and DPW. The department modifies their various manuals to reflect changes in the certified manuals and the NELAC requirements. In addition, the department participates in ELAP, wet chemistry, microbiology proficiency tests, and necessary compliance inspections. And it successfully completed both the analytical and administrative components of the EPA VMR-QA proficiency test. There were numerous projects at the main pump station, the primary pump station, the effluent pump station, the digester building, and the service buildings and the administrative building. The sewer maintenance crew repaired storm lines on South 4th Street, 3rd Avenue, as well as installed and repaired various drainage lines at Bradford Stadium and on Reed Street and Buffalo Street. Shared services. Since 2008, Olean has assisted and/or has been assisted by the following communities and jurisdictions: Cattaraugus County Highway Department, Cattaraugus County Nursing Home, Olean City School District, the Town of Olean, the Village of Allegheny, the Town of Allegheny, the Village of Portville, the Town of Portville, the Town of Hinsdale, and the Town of Franklinville. The assessors. The assessor's office continues to maintain 100% equalization rate for 2014. From January 1st until the end of November, 366 deeds were processed. All the tax certiorari cases were settled and no new cases were filed. Our city clerk. The clerk's office continues to try to make it convenient as possible to pay water and sewer bills. Residents can pay in person, by mail, by phone, online, automatic withdrawal out of your bank accounts, and a drop mail slot on East State Street, side of the building. The clerk's office accepts MasterCards, Visa, Discover, and American Express. If the last day of the bill is due, falls on the weekend or a holiday, the clerk's office accepts payments without penalty the next business day. Fire Department. Pre-hospital care reports were 3,532 to date this year. This is a number of citizens that the ambulance crews cared for, but not necessarily transported to the hospital. This number includes dry runs where no patients were found. The ambulance crew transported 2,395 citizens to the emergency room. The number of responses for the engines was 1,790. That number includes service calls for smoke detectors, structure fires, hazardous material response, and rescue response. Code Enforcement Office issued 340 building permits during 2014 for a total of $4.5 million in building and demolition projects. This figure is a 24% increase over 2013 figure. In addition, the office took in a total of 1,111 complaints. 40% of these complaints were for grass and snow. The balance of the complaints were general in nature. 95% of the complaints received by the Codes Office have been resolved. The Codes Office has become more proactive in dealing with code complaints.